All right, welcome everyone. Today, we're diving into something truly amazing. We're going to go on this incredible adventure to figure out how electricity actually works its magic to power, well, everything around us. Have you ever really thought about that? You flip a switch, and boom, the light comes on instantly. It feels like magic, right? But it's not. It's pure science. And it all comes down to a really special kind of path that electricity has to follow to get its job done. So, to really get it, we're going to shrink ourselves down, way, way down, and follow our hero for the day, Ellie the Electron, on her amazing journey. We'll see her zip through wires to light up our world. You ready? Okay, let's do this. Our adventure starts right here, in Circuit City. It's this incredible, invisible world that exists inside every single electronic device you've ever laid your hands on. Okay, so this is super important. For electricity to do anything, it needs a complete, unbroken path to travel on. We call this path a circuit, and you can totally think of it like a racetrack for electrons. Now, if there's a break in that track, anywhere at all, well, the race is over. Everything just stops. The electricity can't flow. A great way to picture this is to think about water. Imagine a pump pushing water through a hose, right? That push from the pump, that's kind of like the voltage from a battery. And the flowing water itself, well, that's just like the current of electrons, with our friend Ellie right there at the front of the pack. So let's start at the beginning, with Ellie's very first trip. We're going to follow her on the simplest, most basic path you can possibly imagine. So it turns out every simple circuit needs just three basic things to work. First, you need a power source, like a battery. This gives Ellie that big push she needs to get moving. Second, you need a conductive path. Think of a wire, which is basically a superhighway for her to travel on. And third, you need a load. The load is the fun part. It's the thing that does the actual work, like making a light bulb glow. Okay, so here are two really big ideas to lock in. Voltage, that's the oomph from the battery, right? It's the big push that gets the whole party started. And current, well, that's how we measure the flow. It's literally the number of Ellie's zipping past a certain point every single second. And hey, you can even build a simple circuit like this at home. Just make sure you have an adult helping you out. If you connect a battery, some wires, and a bulb in a complete loop, you can actually make it light up. It's a perfect way to see the main rule in action. As soon as you complete that path, Ellie can make her full journey, and poof, the bulb glows. Now, as Ellie makes her way through Circuit City, she doesn't travel alone. She meets some really important characters along the way. We call these components, and they help control her path and make sure she does her job just right. First up is the switch. A switch is basically like a drawbridge on a road. When you close the switch, the bridge is down, the path is complete, and Ellie can just cruise on by. But when you open the switch, the bridge goes up, creating a gap. Ellie has to slam on the brakes, and the flow of electricity is turned off. Simple as that. Next, we meet Mr. Resistor. His job is to make the path a little bit narrower, which, you guessed it, slows down Ellie and her friends. Now, this might sound like a bad thing, but it's actually super important. It controls how fast the current flows, which makes sure that other, more delicate components, like an LED, get just the right amount of power without getting totally overwhelmed. And then there's Captain Capacitor. This guy is like a tiny, super fast battery. What he does is he gathers up electrical energy and stores it for just a little bit. Then, when he's all charged up, he can release all that energy at once in a huge, powerful burst. This is exactly what you need for something like a camera flash. So, it turns out that not all paths in Circuit City are created equal. Ellie doesn't always have to follow just one single road. Sometimes she actually gets to make some choices. Let's take a look at what that means. So Ellie can find herself on what we call a series circuit. This is basically a single file line, like a one-lane road. She has to go through every single stop, one after the other. No detours. But then there's the parallel path. And this is completely different. It's more like a massive highway with tons of lanes. The path actually branches out, so all the little electrons can choose different routes to get to the same destination. And this is exactly why the lights in your house are wired in parallel. Think about it. If they were in series and just one light bulb burned out, that would break the single path, right? And every single light in your house would go dark. But with a parallel circuit, each light has its own separate path, so one can go out without affecting any of the others. Pretty smart, huh? There are also two different ways Ellie can actually flow. First, there's DC, or direct current. That's what you get from batteries. In DC, Ellie only flows in one direction, just like a one-way street. But then you've got AC, or alternating current. This is what comes out of the sockets in your wall. AC makes Ellie flow back and forth, changing her direction super fast, many times every single second. Of course, Ellie's journey isn't always a walk in the park. Sometimes things can go wrong, and the path can become pretty dangerous. And that's why it's so incredibly important to understand circuit safety. So imagine if a wire gets damaged or something. Ellie is always looking for the easiest path back to her power source. So she might find a shortcut, an unintended path that lets her skip the load like the light bulb completely. This is what we call a short circuit. And yeah, it's really dangerous. Because there's no resistor or load to slow her down, a massive, unbelievable amount of electrical current flows all at once. This huge rush of energy can make the wires get extremely hot, to the point they can melt and even start a fire. And that is exactly why wires are always covered in plastic or rubber. These materials are called insulators, and they basically block the flow of electricity. They act like guardrails, making sure Ellie stays on her superhighway and doesn't take any of those dangerous shortcuts. It keeps the circuit working, and it keeps us safe. So, wow. After following Ellie on her epic adventure through Circuit City, what are the biggest things we need to remember? Let's do a quick power-up recap. Okay, here are the 5 key takeaways. 1. A circuit has to be a complete closed loop. 2. Every basic circuit needs a power source, a path, and a load. 3. We use special components like switches and resistors to control the flow. 4. Parallel circuits give electricity multiple paths, which is super useful. And finally, number 5. Short circuits are dangerous shortcuts that we prevent by using good insulation. You know, from the phone in your hand to the rockets that fly to space, everything works because of tiny heroes like Ellie completing their journeys over and over again. Now that you understand the basics of how circuits work, you have the power to imagine and maybe even create the next amazing invention. So the only question is, what will you power up?